which should be common sense and is not. So the first thing I've said in many conferences, and you should be doing is, if you're in the business, read the privacy policy you have out there. And I guarantee you, for the large majority of those privacy policies, you yourself will not understand what is in them. You need to be not just a lawyer, you need to be a privacy lawyer to understand the privacy policy. I think that is unacceptable. This is not how you should be treating the users. And there's an easy way of doing it, because I don't want to say get rid of the privacy policy. You need this. This is a legal document which is governing the relationship with you and the user. Have this. But on top of that, just say in easy language that everybody can understand at a high level what you're doing and what you're not doing with user data. I think this is the first step. We call this in English layered approach. So have a very high level privacy notice, and underneath the legal text you need, no question. So this is the first step. The second step is, make users understand that you have this privacy policy, make it easily accessible. The third way to potentially play with these things, now that cookies are so much in the heat, is to potentially actually think to have the section of the privacy policy particularly highlighting the cookie side, right? And there are different ways of doing it. There's certainly the safe way of doing it, having a pop-up window, but you might not like it, but that's one of the solutions. I have seen solutions where there's a little window somewhere on the website further down, which isn't disturbing the interaction with the user as much. This is something you can see actually if you go to the website of thefinancialtimes.com or the Daily Mirror, I think, in the UK. These are solutions you see in the UK, which might work for a publisher or might not work. This is something I would look at. The other thing is, if I am doing OBA, yes, I think you should certainly sign up to this code. Is it going to give you 100% legal guarantee for compliance? No. I'm half German as well, not just Greek, so I'm not going to sell you something you will rely on. But the fact that this is an ongoing policy effort, where you see the highest level of the European Commission being part of it, where they are interacting with national colleagues and trying to facilitate a self-regulatory model, shows you that you do all you can with a good faith of fulfilling your obligations. But as we have always said, this by itself cannot achieve compliance, but it is one of the measures to achieve compliance. You need to look at the laws, you need to make browser settings easily accessible for your users, explain how they do it, work with links to make it work for them. Deal more with the issues than some companies have done today. At the end of the day, put yourself in the shoes of a visitor that comes to your website and wants to understand what's going on. My advice is, speak to your wife, your kids, those people that might not be, well, your kids might be wrong if they're too old, but those people that might not necessarily be digital natives and dealing with these issues day in and day out. Signing up to the OBA framework, if you're doing OBA, is the first step. Look what the obligations are, look how you can make it work, because here as well we have enhanced notice, which is just about OBA, and be there for the users. And in some cases you might have to speak to the agency if there are issues or questions, and get them involved where it makes sense.